Hello and welcome back, everybody. Heir of Innovations here, and I hope you all are ready to continue our Slayer Engineer campaign. We're kind of locked in a circle of defense right now. I think one of you pointed it out in the comments, and it's gonna be that way for a while. So an accurate comment indeed. I will do my best to break us out of this, but it is indeed
Malakai Makaisson.
going to be an issue for the time being. I need to get into a standard stance so we can teleport to that battle and fight it, but in order to do that, I'm going to have to end a turn first. We do have a Master Engineer with a skill point that we need to take care of. We had set the Grudge Raker on them, which is fine, but I think we might want to go ahead and start working on Triangulation and then Zufbar 42 Pounder. Those are just extra damage that we can add to our army, and we always want to have extra damage in our army. Can't really think of situations where that's not the case. Well, a couple of responses to comments, by the way, good comments. Always appreciate your comments. I'm not sure the algorithm cares whether you comment, but I care if you comment, and I don't know, maybe you like the algorithm better than me. That would be certainly, I guess, understood, because I have a gigantic, ugly mug, which we've discussed many times before. But in any case, I like to hear your comments. One of those comments says, Heir, you should focus on defense along the coast. And this is an interesting point, and it's a good one. Let me explain why I haven't focused more on defense, and why probably should have if I wanted to have a bigger impact. So if I focus on defense along the coast right now, which I can try to do, I can only defend certain areas at a time. And so when we're talking coast, we're talking like, whatever this, Jacques, however you pronounce this one. I hate all the consonants in a row, I just can't do that. Krakadrak's not exactly on the coast. Winterpire was. Frozen Landing is. Temple of Heimkol is. Heimkol? So we do have these coast settlements here, and we could certainly increase our defenses in them, and probably should. We are very limited on money. The defenses are going to require multiple phases. I have to build it at level 2 settlement. That's going to take 2,250 each on these, and then we have to build the defense itself, which I think is somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000, and then that both of those combined take multiple turns. The level 2 defense is not going to stop one of these full-size armies. A level 3 defense probably won't even stop them. However, a level 3 defense could potentially have made these armies have to siege a little bit before they attack me, depending on whether they have siege attackers, which they might. So yes and no. I feel like, yes, I probably should have focused on this earlier, but also no, like in the sense that if I would have spent a lot of time and money securing these, they would have just gotten beaten anyway at some point. And so I don't know, like I'm torn on that. When you all tell me what you think, if I've mismanaged something, I'm open to your feedback and suggestion. So it's like I get that one and I kind of agree, but I also see the flip side of it where I'm not sure it would make much of a difference, if that makes sense. Because if we're going to get attacked now, someone might say, hey, in this case, it'll help. And you would be correct. So like in this case, if we had a little more defense, it probably would have been enough. This one's kind of annoying because I'm sitting right there, but I'm recruiting and I can't get there. But of course, the AI is not going to gain any type of strategic victory off of these attacks anyway. They're just going for the quickest thing they can hit. They're not actually trying to shut me down. If they brought all of their armies towards me, it might become a significant threat, but they are not. And thus, I will be able to handle them just fine, one by one, as they wander into the giant home mountains and I kill them. You can see, though, they are going to retake some of their settlements. I guess as a benefit for me, though, they are going to build up a tremendous number of incurred grudges, which, when I defeat them, ultimately, is going to help me get Ages of Reckoning. So I do appreciate their assistance with that. This small Nurgle army, or sorry, Legion of Chaos, or whatever they call themselves. Yeah, Legion of Chaos. Just led by a Nurgle character here. They're gonna get their comeuppance there, so that grudge was pretty easily and quickly settled. I will go ahead and try to repair these, but it's very expensive, and money is going to be quite short. I'm gonna try and hustle back over here as quick as I can and see if I can engage some of these enemy armies to keep them from getting to our settlements. The Tower of Crack, for instance, is an interesting one here. It might be able to hold out for a short while. But what we could really use help from, honestly, would be like Castalton. He is at war with Wintertooth and Hag Grief, so that's good news. He might help us in that regard. So glad to see that. take a look at a couple of more things here. This army is recruiting another Thunderer. We definitely need this army to be in tip-top shape because they're going to have to hold back the Archaon Tide. And then in the meantime, I am still wandering through the mountains. I think I have to go into a standard stance to teleport to that battle, if I remember right, which, yes, we can do now. Let's go ahead and teleport, go fight this battle. Not going to make a tremendous difference in what we do, but, you know, we'll get some rewards for it, and that's not going to hurt anything either, so let's go ahead and teleport. Let's see here. We are up against a bunch of greenskins, which it thinks that we will do well against, but of course sometimes it doesn't show you all the units they have in order to make the battle more fun and surprising. And of course that totally makes sense. So let's go ahead and fight this one.
Somewhere around here is the eight-legged wazzock we're looking for. Watch yourselves! The brood mother is a monstrous beast for sure. When ye put her down, the glory will be all ours. Stay sharp, lads. We're not alone. I smell the stench of goblins up ahead. No matter though, because our heroes will make short work of it. Steel yourselves, lads. Our quarry is close now.
When he said our hewers will make short work of them, I think he actually meant that our cannons, maybe the cannons are the hewers here. I think he wanted me to be using goblin hewers. However, we are not. If I put my cannons here, can I hit these guys right away? I most certainly can, or at least I can get really close to it. I'm kind of figuring out how I want to deploy my forces here. This would be kind of a crappy spot to deploy. Are they going to attack me? It says we lose if the time runs out. So I think they expect us to attack them. That being the case, I am going to go ahead and deploy here. That'll put me into cannon range. Let's get our forces kind of... I usually don't show this battle setup part. I'm not going to show it all the time, but I'm going to go ahead and use it here. I'm going to just pull these units in here. It's going to screw them all up. I'm going to use my Slayer Pirates to help out on the flanks. I need my Doom Seekers over here. I need my Chopters. I'm going to go up here and harass the enemy flank to kind of kick things off. And what else do I want to do? I need my Lords over here. So first, let me get my missile units into a defensive stance, and I'm gonna put Malakai up here. Okay, let's start the battle. I'm gonna move Gotrek and Felix head of the army. I'm gonna pull my infantry line up here. Keep my Slayers here. I need my guns to come to the... Well, I don't know if I want them to come all the way to the front, because the enemy is charging rather rapidly at me. They do not like being targeted with my cannon from this distance. All right, there we go. I'm gonna kind of open fire. These guys here. My guns aren't really in a position that I like, but I'm gonna hope for the best here. We'll see. All right, here they come. Let's get Gotrek and Felix engaged. All these spiders are not gonna have a lot of luck. Here comes a Lava Arachnarok spider, which we will likely want to get rid of. I'm gonna start firing at that Gabo Great Shaman. We knocked down the Snotling wagons. I'm gonna change my target to the Lava Arachnarok. I've got my Slayer Pirates to kind of cover this flank, and I could give them some Thunderer cover as well. There we go. My own Thunderers are protecting a flank over here. There's a beautiful blob up here. Let's get some death from above onto that blob. Not even sure we'll need to by the time we get there, but I'm going to attempt it. There we go. A little death from above. And we're going to continue firing on our enemies. Alright, the Lava Arachnarok has approached our position. My cannons are trying to turn and get a firing angle. I'm going to try and move my guns to get a firing angle, though we might be obstructed by this small rock formation here. In the meantime, let's see, we've got some hatchlings are approaching. Okay, from the back, so we're good. Just trying to keep... Oh, we got the Thunderbarge. Totally forgot about Thunderbarge. How can we forget about that? I want to use my harpoon on the Lava Arachnarok. Our spiders are... that spider's cooking our troops just a little bit here. I'm gonna pull I'm gonna actually go into Thunderburner. We got charged by a few spider hatchlings. I don't think they're gonna cause substantial damage here. I'm gonna whip around with the... I'm gonna target the harpoon here. Some people were saying they think that the harpoon's best for anti-large damage. It was very good at it. We did get some friendly fire, but it also was very effective. I'm gonna turn the Thunderburner off. I'm just gonna go move through some of these targets. I'm gonna bring the gyros back in this direction. All right, the spider has been driven back. We've cleared out that flank. I'm gonna bring my hammers back behind the line a little, and let's bring these... Well, I was gonna bring the Doomseekers back in, but apparently the AI wants a piece of me. It says destroy the brood mother. Wherever that... Okay, so here comes the brood mother. We have to reposition. I'm gonna bring another Slayer Pirate over here so we can stack up some help, and I'm gonna bring Lord over there too. Let's send some help over here to our Doomseekers. They are kind of just in the middle of combat. I'm gonna give them a little bit of help. Let's keep our Spirit of Grungni moving here. Oh, I wish I would have had my cannons turned around much sooner. Open fire, please. I've got my guns moving into position. We did get charged by some spider hatchlings here, which is rather unfortunate. I'm gonna attack them with my Slayer Pirates, and I'm gonna pull this back. Oh, we got some beautiful, beautiful shots. Oh, those Grudge Rakers. Did you guys see that last second shot from the Grim Delvers? That was amazing. They got a last second beautiful kill on the spider. All right, no more arachnophobia, folks. That was pretty cool how that spider went down there at the last moment. That was a neat finish. I am in enemy territory, but we can replenish pretty easily, and we're not under any major threats. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the extra Oath Gold and the treasury. And we completed yet another adventure, which is always an exciting moment, which means we can take a look at the next Malakai adventure. In the meantime, I'm going to put these guys into the airship and camp stance and move forward towards Eagle Eyries, which we need to capture. And we're going to try and continue to put our enemies down over here. If we can capture enough territory over here and somehow manage to hold it, we might be able to, you know, build up enough income to really support getting out of this vicious circle that we're going to be caught in back here closer to home. Trying to think here. We should probably build defenses in this province as well, and then we should rebuild Stormvrak Mount. If we build defenses here, and again, as long as we're able to slow down Archaon here, that's kind of a win for us because it helps me elsewhere. So we do have an unassigned skill point. And in that skill point, got Gotrek. Gotrek is still slaying demons right now, so we don't need any of those others. Devastating Charge, Deadly Blade. We finished Blaine's Shield. Relentless is not bad for him either, to be able to get around a little quicker.
Innovator.
It's always kind of helpful with Malakai. What do we want to do with Malakai? We need...
Did you see that, lads?
Let's give him Gun Sight. Or hang on, go back. Let's do Inquiring Mind, because that's going to reduce our upkeep cost, and that is kind of important right now. Just about forgot that. Didn't do a ton, but we need every little bit that we can get a hold of at the moment. And we are at 13 growth. We need 16, and we need 10,000 gold. So I'm going to start saving some gold. and see if we can get the airship upgraded all the way. That would allow us to recruit Thunderbarges as well, which would kind of be nice. Let's go ahead and end this turn and see what we get. Not surprising, the Legion of Chaos, along with the Druki, who is apparently their allies, or they both just hate me, they're gonna hit this same settlement that they've already hit for a second time. And it looks like the Legion of Chaos is gonna occupy it for now. Castalden's in the vicinity there. Curious to see what he ends up doing. Bear in mind, he is at war with the Druki. I don't end with Wintertooth. I don't know that he's at war with Daniel the Demon or the Legion of Chaos. But either way, if he starts capturing stuff or pressuring people over here, it should work to our favor. All right. Throg, the magnificently giant troll, is in our sights, and he has got a Druki army right behind him with a ton, I mean an absolute ton of crossbows. Fortunately, I can really mess up crossbows quickly with Grape Shot. And in this case, I can mess up Skin Wolves with Grape Shot and Throg, so we're going to attack here. It is time to attack the Norskins. They are obviously going to want to camp. The AI does when you attack them, and they have a big hill position like this, but if they want to sit here and camp, it's fine. I've got multiple reloads, up to 5, and I'm going to kill as many of their troops as I can with my gyrocopters. So, like I said, they can camp if they like, but they might as well get the attack over with. Are they getting... I'm going to actually save these in case they get bunched up in melee. I mean, I could go ahead and attack them now. The Skin Wolves are approaching me at high speed. I don't think there's any other speed that Skin Wolves operate at, to be fair, but my cannons are also destroying them at high speed, and I'm here for every last bit of that. I love the fire whilst moving, by the way, on these particular gyrocopters. I know that you could do it through tech previously in older patches, but I think that's something that CA has just added on certain types of gyrocopters now, and I very much agree with it. It needs to be there. It makes sense that they can't fire in a 360-degree arc unless they had like some kind of turret. What doesn't make sense is why they would have to stop and fire. Oh my gosh, that is so many Skin Wolves headed towards my flank over here. I'm a little concerned about them overwhelming that flank. Not necessarily overwhelming it as much as just going around the side of it, and I don't want that. I'm gonna actually bring another Whirler over here, and I'm gonna go pay some attention. Oh boy. And my cannons are still very much in range of some of these troops. I'm gonna start unleashing on these Skin Wolves. There is a min range there that we'll want to be aware of. Let's turn these Whirler great weapons. Try and get them positioned to start laying some fire down into the Skin Wolves congregating on that flank. I think that they're kind of just approaching at a bit of an awkward angle here. Actually gonna bring Thorgrim back here. Thorgrim would be appropriately good against large. There we go. Here comes the horde of Skin Wolves, making its way towards our position. Okay, I've got Thorgrim headed that direction. The wolves that came down the front, of course, got massacred. Okay, more wolves massacred. Those ones... Oh, those ones could definitely get around me right here. I'm not a huge fan of this situation. My Slayers are copping a lot of damage from the wolves, but they're also probably eating some friendly fire. Speaking of fire, kill that troll, please. And if we can, let's use Mark by Ulthar on him. And really lay down some hurt on Sir Throg. Throg is significantly missile resistant at the moment, but he is eating a lot of fire and surviving it. I'm probably going to lose a Slayer unit over here, which would be a little bit annoying. But not the end of the world. One of the Skinwolf Werekin did get into my Quarrelers. That's a little bit annoying. I'm trying to focus fire Throg still at the moment. He is eating cannon fire. And large amounts of it, I might add. Countercharge these guys here. It's a pretty good blob of Norskins congregated here. Let's give them some Zufbar 42 pounders. Let's bring Thorgrim back. We gotta secure this flank. My Ulthar's Raiders got rid of one of the Skinwolf Werekins here. Carl, by the way. Seems like a working class Skinwolf Werekin. I was hoping that we could get him all the way dead, but he is not. But we're at least gonna force him off the map. Let's bring these gyros over and let's get in behind these units. And what else do we got to accomplish here? Throg is very nearly dead. He just ate a bunch of fire off of those grudge rakers. I'm a little bit concerned about some of these infantry fights because there were some good units, but I have plenty of reinforcements. Reinforcements I should have already swung to the other flank. And it looks like the Norskins have had just about enough of this fight. I'm going to actually take my grudge rakers and I'm going to chase some of these Norskin units and shoot them up. I want to damage them tremendously on the way off of the map. I'm going to, in fact, take my cannons and target some of these units on the way out. Could use Grape Shot, feasibly, but Grape Shot is limited range, so I might only get one volley. I don't know, though. One volley might have been pretty good. Gyrocopters are unleashing into those as well, and then my grudge rakers just got a really good volley on these guys. I'm going to try and murder more of these guys on the way out. There we go. I guess I want to maximize damage here. Oh, I didn't pay attention to my grudge rakers. Shoot, shoot, shoot. They got some shots, but we're not done yet. I'm gonna click attack orders and take these guys off of a defensive stance and see if I can get them chasing. And if they're fast enough, they might catch up and take some shots, though they may not be fast enough. Otherwise, though, I think we did a pretty good job of beating these guys back. We certainly took some losses. Not terribly surprising, but we also dealt extreme losses. All right. The other good thing about winning these battles is that we usually pick up a tremendous amount of money. There's a Druchii army relatively nearby. If they hit me in the same turn end, it could be somewhat problematic, but I'm going to risk it to take the gold and oath gold because we are in need of cash flow at the moment. I'm going to take this army and I'm going to enter an ambush stance. Yeah, right there ought to be good. I say that. We're well within range of that army. I might scoot back just a little bit like that, and we'll start replenishing with Thorgrim and hold that ambush stance and see if we can get lucky, maybe pick off the Druchii army as well if they're starting to feel greedy. And we're replenishing roughly about as quick as we can. I'm going to throw a point into Lightning Strike, and then we can get the Inquiring Mind for Thorgrim as well, which again is going to help us slowly but surely reduce some of our upkeep costs, which is rather extreme at the moment. I am not going to make such a building upgrade at the moment, but we do have the movement points to finally get into Eagle Eyries. I need to switch to the army. Yeah, there we go. All right. So Eagle Eyries is ours. Mini grudges repaid. Picked up a Talisman of Preservation. We need to go kit out some of our characters. Excellent. So we are making good progress against the territory of one Maggotkin. But the problem is his territory extends far back into the back here, and there's Chaos Druchii all around, or sorry, Chaos Dawi all around us. Some valuable provinces back here, though. Gemstones. Eagle Eyries has medicinal animals, or exotic animals, sorry. Medicinal animals. Exotic animals is what I meant. Let's see. It's going to be so hard to just maintain this while we just continue to spread. Not going to be easy. We are going to need more Oath Gold. If I remember right, I was tearing something down somewhere to attempt to build more Oath Gold. You all mentioned putting in defenses. We'll go ahead and, I guess, do that here. And we're going to need to... Frozen Landing's going to need some better protection as well. I will attempt to rebuild these settlements and build some defenses. How successful we're going to be really depends on when the AI attacks and how large their attack is, because we are very much going to be dependent on that. I'm going to go ahead and pop, not Architect, because it's not very good. We got the Cinder Blast cluster shells. We'll go ahead and get Gunsight now. And let's take a look at some of the details on these lords, by the way. So, Armor of Fortune, Magnificent Armor of Borek Beetlebrow. That sounds like a pretty sweet armor. Let's go ahead and equip that for Malakai. We got Malakai's Persuader. We need the Eyes of Grungni, which I think is a battle we need to go fight. So we will try and go fight that battle soon. Let's see what else. We got the Talisman of Preservation. As far as an enchanted item goes, there's not a better one available to us at the moment. Let's go over to Gotrek. Gotrek needs armor and a talisman. So we got the Armor of Fortune available, so let's equip that. And we have the Father of Blades. That's pretty cool. We got a Talisman of Preservation, which for Gotrek would be really cool because he gets healing from Felix as well. Pigeon Plucker Pendant is not all that amazing, but we'll throw it. Whoops, sorry. No, we won't. We want the Talisman. I was thinking the wrong thing. We'll put that Potion of Speed on there just to have something for now. And then Felix needs armor and an enchanted item as well. I have no more armor. And I don't believe I have any enchanted items. He's got the Opal Amulet, which is probably better than this other one. I mean, the Obsidian Amulet is kind of pointless, to be honest. Kind of useless. Troll Slayer's Gauntlets. I don't think there's a ton of other stuff I can get to. Let's see, the Glaive on Brombrindle. I could put this Hammer of Smednir on this guy for now. Might as well. It's a really great sword, or sorry, hammer. Throw that Obsidian Amulet there for now as well. Yeah, no enchanted item. All right, so at least we made a couple of changes there. Try and put some of those items to use. Now, some of you might be screaming, Air, you got a ton of Oath Gold. Finally get character and other runes. I do want to get those, but remember that I'm going to need 500 Oath Gold. Now, I don't need it for, I think, 6 more turns. So depending on how much I can earn per turn, which if I remember where I was going to build that other Oath Gold building, I had torn something down somewhere with the intent, maybe it was here at Karak Doom, yeah, it was here. I'd considered building a different building at Karak Doom for recruiting, but I could just do it via Global. So let's put the Oath Gold here, and now let's go ahead and spend that Oath Gold. First of all, I want to check a couple of things. When it comes to... The Old Guard's Tankard is an amazing item here that gives healing to basically all of your single entities. Now, they have increased the cost of this significantly. It is 500 a pop now. And then there's also the Iron Warden's Tankard here with the Liquid Fortification. Again, same requirements, same cost, but again, both of these are quite amazing. So this one's enabled as long as the leadership is above wavering. I think the other one, they have to be into melee. No, it's enabled if out of melee. So I think the other one is probably better to go on first. Let's we can grab the Iron Warden's Tankard, or we can forge some runes. And if we think about the runes that are available, we have bonus versus large, ward saves for units, missile saves. Increased weapon strength of 20% is fairly substantial. Dazed Contact effect is pretty significant, and then that also increases charge bonus. Now, that would be a good one on Slayers. 20 armor, 5 physical resist for up to 3 units. %30 weapon damage, 10% armor piercing. That's another big boss of a... And then we got the Master Rune of Spite here, which just does direct damage to all units. Now, this is a... believe this is a... Yeah, banner rune. This is a character rune. Let's get the Master Rune of Spite. And I feel like we should equip that on Thorgrim. And the reason I say that is because I'm using him as bait out in the front of a lot of my armies. So I feel like with Thorgrim, we should use that rune as bait. There we go. All right, so we got the Master Rune of Spite, which is a nice one. And we should start picking up Oath Gold relatively quicker. And then again, as we get the opportunity, I'll try and build more Oath Gold buildings. But I also need regular gold. But the thing is we do get a little bit of both from these. So some part of me thinks maybe I ought to swap out some of these because we kind of could get the best of both worlds here. Let's try it. I'm going to go ahead and end this turn and we'll see what happens. Well, 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 would you look at that? The vermin crawls into the trap. Now, it would be fun to shoot these guys up. I would very much enjoy that. However, I would probably end up taking a decent bit of damage in the process, despite the fact that my grape shot would absolutely wreck these guys. But the auto-resolve does want to kill off my Slayer. I mean, I can always recruit another Slayer, possibly even get one from the grudge thing. I'm kind of tempted to just auto-resolve this because I think it might be better for me in the end. Yeah, I mean, really the only damage I took there was to my Slayer, which, again, annoying, but not the end of the world. I'm going to collect the cash, send them packing, and we now have more armies bearing down on us. I can actually see Daniel over there that we're going to have to go intercept. He's trying to move around us and find his way to what he feels like are some weaker settlements. And then, of course, we have, it looks like that's either Wulfric on the Mammoth or one of his cronies headed our way. Ostland wants military access. I guess so. I don't see any issue with that. Don't know why it matters, but give him access. All right, earn some nice gold. And that, let's go ahead and build this Oath Gold building here. And we should start collecting a significant amount more Oath Gold now. And we are up at 15 growth. On the next turn, we're going to be able to upgrade the airship to level 5. I'm going to bounce over here, which means we really need to save our money for a turn and possibly a little extra. Where's Daniel headed to? Okay, they're headed to Lair the Troll King. They want to get up here and attack the settlements that have the least defenses.
Send me to vengeance.
His army sucks. That is Wulfric. These guys are gonna get all over me here.
Yes.
Okay, good. I do have a Slayer available. Perfect.
Throw banners. Let's march.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of just go in hiding again, and I'm gonna move this direction so that hopefully Daniel and this other Druki army stay relatively nearby. Now, Krakadrak is able to hold its own a lot better than the other surrounding areas. So I'm just going to kind of leave it open to Wulfric at the moment. We shouldn't lose it by any means. Archaon has been very quiet on this front. Much quieter than I would have thought. So a little bit surprised by that. I could go through just like pillaging his settlements. We could try and capture his settlements, but they won't be worth much because... And then we'd just be extending our borders yet again. I expected to get attacked more a lot over here. A lot of chaos, corruption in the vicinity, understandably so. Who's over here? So Archaon is here. Okay, it looks like Kolek's trying to outflank us to the small settlements. Again, shocker, right? He's going to go for the easy pick, and so I'm glad we moved forward. Let's see what he does. I think Kolek's just going to try and skedaddle around our flank. Wow, we got so many enemies here. But, I mean, we will one way or the other get to them eventually. It's just going to be a matter of time, really. Curiosity's sake, let's go into our quick deals.
Highborn.
Or actually, when I say curiosity's sake, let's actually go into the Book of Grudges. Legendary Lords. Total settled grudges, 27,193. Oh, it gives me that many. So this is kind of confusing here to me in a way, is whenever you look at this, it makes it look like you need like 17,000 settled grudges to confederate them. But in reality, we need a lot more than, well, see, this is so confusing. So Clan Angren has settled 17,000 grudges, apparently. We have settled like 27,193. It says total settled grudges you need to confederate the sword, 182,000. So maybe what it's saying, because we have settled a certain number of grudges. It says to convince a legendary lord to join you, surpass their faction's total number of settled grudges by the set amount. Okay, so we have to surpass theirs. Okay, hang on. Join you, surpass their faction's total number of settled grudges by the set amount. This is a total settled grudges. Okay, that's my total of settled grudges. And it says we have to go, you have to surpass their faction's total number of settled grudges by the set amount. Number of settlements, 10. Brombrindle's already with us, so we're not worried about it. I don't get it. It says total settled grudges you need to confederate this lord, 182,000. Like, so why does it... I don't know, that's so weird. Like, they don't seem to correlate. It's like, it says there's a correlation. I think what I'm seeing here says I need 182,000, and I'm nowhere near that. But I don't understand, like, where it's like, I have 27,000, they have 17-something thousand, and it says you have to surpass theirs by the number, by the set amount. So why is it showing me theirs? It's kind of irrelevant, isn't it? Like, if it wants me to just have 182,000, I don't know what the deal is. I guess it's slightly different for all of them. So there's some kind of math calculation, whatever that is. It's just it's an obscenely large number that we have to have because we have already a rather large number and we're nowhere near it. Like we're only a fraction of where we need to be. I'm gonna move any armies that need to be moved, which is none, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just end the turn here and save some cash, and let's see what happens. Okay, so Tamarkan has put together another army, and of course he came, I think, back around. He's either behind me or he's just coming down into the unguarded settlements. We'll figure it out. Again, huge surprise. AI going for unguarded settlements. I know. Shocker. Absolute shocker. The Druki are going to lose this. I'll take the Oath Gold and the Treasury off of them, because like I said, we need all the money we can get. And winning these battles is going to be a great source of income. Daniel did end up very close to us on that turn-in, so hopefully we can kill him. I mean, Ungrim wants military access? Sure. Are you going to actually come up here and do anything? Or is that just a make you feel better kind of thing? Festus has joined Archaon and taken the army around me. That sucks, because I think I had some Tusk trade resource that, yeah, that we were getting up there. We need to go retake that. So the AI is just going to use their huge numbers, and it looks like Archaon's joining his crony here to attack me, which I'm going to go ahead and shut these guys down. It should be a battle that we can easily win with the cannons, and we have plenty of Thunders to position behind the line and mow down monsters or whatever else is going to come. The map they gave me has terrible sight lines, but we should be okay. Unfortunately for me, the enemy lord stepped just outside of my range on the cannons at the moment. I'm up harassing with the gyro bombers just for fun. Watch out for flyers, because the gyro bombers are a little slow. We're getting Spirit Leech. Is that friendly fire or was it Spirit Leech? Not really sure what that was. We're going to want to kill enemy leaders and heroes as they come within range. Right now they're just doing their goofy reposition to the end of time kind of strategy here that the AI is so fond of. So I'm just gonna let my cannons beat on them for a moment, and then I'll... Oh, what are we getting hit by here? Just lost one of my gyros. Is that like friendly cannon fire? I mean, I don't know what else it was unless it was friendly cannon fire, which sucks, because this means you happen to be sitting in the exact spot on that trajectory that was gonna get us. You attacked me, okay. I'm not really sure what it is you're waiting on here. This is a rather strange decision. There's a couple of missile cav that are gonna approach me from that flank that kind of bothers me, so I'm gonna spread that out. I mean, if they want to sit back here and take cannon fire, like, I'm here for it. I've got quite a few reloads. I don't know why in the world they're sitting back here. It doesn't make any sense to me. There they go. I guess they were just waiting for something to just reposition minutely, or now they're repositioning because I killed something with the cannon. Again, I can't claim to understand any of this. I do think that chariot would be easier to kill with the cannons, but Archaon is going to be the more important target, so I'm going to target him. And I've got Grombrindle standing up front, though it is a bit risky because Grombrindle is going to be up against a plethora of extremely dangerous targets at this point. However, I do have Thunderer Fire to add. He's now being Spirit Leeched, by the way. Oh man, they could come around trying to get to my flank. I'm gonna bring this engineer back over here to help just in case. How are we doing with Archaon? Are we getting good hits? We are getting good hits. We've dropped his shield and we've taken out a fairly significant... Ah, freaking crap. It's gonna bombard us. Searing Doom is quite effective. Unfortunately effective. I'm gonna put these... turn towards those wolves if they come our way. Alright, Archaon is now in range of our... Thunderers. I'm hoping we can get some volleys on the Ever-Chosen here. Trying to avoid him in melee because I don't want to block my line of sight. Right now we're getting extremely good fire there. Come on, Thunderers, take him out of the fight. I'm going to switch my cannon back to that Marauder Chieftain. Are we being outflanked? No, we are not. Alright, Archaon's fleeing. Leave it to the Ever-Chosen to choose to flee. He is very nearly dead. He might come back from that. Got a couple more shots out of him. He's... Oh, wow, we definitely got that Marauder Chieftain now as well. Okay, I think things are good. I think things are good. I'm gonna target right here. I need... Stop, stop, stop. My guys are struggling to get line of sight. The guns are, at least. I'm gonna... Archaon just came back from routing. Let's target him with the cannon. If we can kill Archaon, it should hurt the leadership of this army potentially enough to drive them off the battlefield. I'm gonna let my Thunderers just kind of pick targets in front of them here. Like right there, they should totally be shooting some of these units. There they go. There they go. All right, Archaon's dead. And I'm gonna kill this Metal Sorcerer. All right, we held that flank. We've held the other flank, the Skulder Guard. We're burning some of those wolves that were after me. Let's maybe target that Skin Wolf Werekin right here as well. What are my cannons trying to aim at? They should have been aiming at him, but I think they picked a different target. I'm gonna sling some Grape Shot at these units here. Okay, yeah, we got rid of Skin Wolf. So he's gone. Limited number of enemies left. Our Grape Shot is... Yeah, this map had a lot of weird sight lines. We need to get rid of the rest of these units over here. We might need reinforcements over there. Let's bring our Slayers to help. Because there's no longer a threat behind us. At least I don't think there should be. Get rid of the rest of these Skin Wolves that are running down this flank. Our cannons... Hit this guy, please, while he's routing. Let's kill him off. We'll get rid of this Sorcerer of Slanesh. Alright, cannons took a big chunk out of that dude, and let's change the positioning here. We got the Slayers in place. Okay, yeah, we're good. So it's just kind of a cleanup deal here. This Skin Wolf is trying to get out of here as well. Let's shoot him up a little. That suppress will slow him down. See if our cannons can finish off that exalted hero of Nurgle. The more of these characters we finish off, the better. They're going to have to wait for him to heal, or they're going to have to re-recruit them. Either way, it's a win for us. Try and hit that Slanesh sorcerer here. I'm going to see if we can finish off this Skin Wolf. It's healing, but we're, doing tremendously good damage. Let's shoot this guy so he'll slow down while trying to run away. Shoot, shoot, shoot. All right, yeah, the Gyro Bomber is quite helpful now because they have suppress. Look at that. It took him out in a single volley as well. So we killed a ton of single entities there. Very good battle for us. Awesome. Well, that was a big win for us indeed. And like I said, we took out basically every single entity. It says that this guy got away alive. That's frustrating. But we're going to be able to secure some Oath Gold and some Treasury, which again, we badly need. Considering the number of enemies at hand, our income continues to drop because we're being raided by multiple forces. Not to mention, we just have a lot of issues. We lost our trade resource over here as well. I am going to... We need to take that settlement back. We got hit by Festus, but now it's Kolek. Like, I'm totally confused as to what was happening over there.
I'm here.
Can I go underground? If I do go underground, let's go right here. There's Festus. Okay, they're both over here. So we need to get rid of Kolek and Festus over here. We'll be able to keep an eye on him. He might come and attack Tribe Slaughter. Because in the next turn, they're going to get some more reinforcements, and that would totally be the thing for the AI to do, is come try and make me waste my money there.
Malakai Makaisson.
Where did we get hit by... Okay, so Tamarkan is back here, coming back at those settlements. I've got to get him out from behind me again. I just don't have enough armies in any one given place to mount an offensive when we have to kind of be in like 10 different places at once. So just gonna have to continue to do the best we can. There's really not much else to do other than to continue to kill enemies and take their money and continue to take their money until we get to a point where we can do something to get ourselves out of this loop. We could sacrifice some territory and try and consolidate, but that just doesn't really jive with where we're at the moment. And you know, I might do something like that as more of a last ditch effort, which we're not anywhere near a last ditch effort. We're just fine at the moment. Let's increase mobility.
Could the axes scale up?
Age of Vengeance. Speed for the army, better armor piercing damage.
Where did Max go? Could have done with his wards.
Let's do this Age of Vengeance. What is the White Dwarf's calls? Okay, global recruitment capacity. It's all characters. I'm not really worried about characters. Let's do this Age of Vengeance. And then let's get this character here. Increase mobility, and then let's do triangulation. Alright. Okay, now with Malakai, we can take Black Fang here. That increased our income by a lot. I'm not really sure why. Karak Vlag is up there, and we need to take it as well. We did get a considerable sum of money during that turn-in, which is going to allow us to upgrade the Spirit of Grungni to the Rune-Etched Hull. So that is good stuff. That's also going to mean that I'm going to get to the point where I can recruit more Thunderbarges, which is going to be both hilarious and devastating to our enemies. My ambush stance here has worked in pulling Daniel in close. Let's kill him off right here. He does have a lot of Furies, but the rest of his army's garbage, and we can hurt him from range with our cannons quite badly. So this ought to be good. I mean, Zangors are not going to be effective against us, nor are these Spearmen. This Mirror Guard's a decent unit. The Severed Claw is decent, but the rest of this army is just garbage. Now, in an instance of pure convenience for the AI, the map that I have been given is absolutely horrible for cannons because the entire center of it is a gigantic hill that would block cannon fire, and then it's covered in trees to make the matter even better. So again, everything that could be done to help Daniel has been done, but yet he will fall regardless because I'm just going to make sure of it. I'm going to drop a Zephyr 42 pounder right in the middle of all this crap. One of them looks like it bounced off the side of that cliff. It's some kind of weird deflection there. They have a bunch of horrors, blue horrors. They're going to keep me from effectively harassing them with the gyrocopters, so I'm just going to have to fall back. Our cannons are going to be greatly diminished in what they can do at range because the forest is so thick and large that it's going to block basically every cannonball that's fired. There was really no angle I could take that was going to give me any effective angle to shoot at Daniel from. I would have had to deploy right here, and then they would have been right on top of me in melee. So again, this map was literally created to benefit Chaos right here. So like I said, I'm sure just a matter of convenience or circumstance. Pure circumstance. I've been frustrated with a lot of the maps, honestly. A lot of the maps make it really hard for gun units because there's just so much weird line of sight issue going on. But, you know, we'll make do. We're going to make it happen. Our cannons are firing, and some of their cannonballs did hit because I can see some damage on the shielding of one of those units. I'm going to use my gyros and see if we can just attract the attention of these Furies. Though we got to be careful. They're faster than us, and it's quite a ways back to friendly lines. There we go. Those blue horrors are chasing us. I don't think they can see the rest of my army, so we should probably... They can see the cannons, because they can't fire from cover. Alright, I'm just going to kind of fast forward here. They are bunched up once again, and quite a nice little ball here. Hit him with another Zephyr 42 pounder. Get some pretty good damage in there. Might as well. What in the world hit me right there? It says I'm under fire. Under fire from what? Some kind of ability or something? What shot me from that far away? Damaged by artillery. Oh, I'll bet it was friendly fire again. Because my own cannons have opened fire. I bet they hit me with some friendly fire again and downed a couple of my choppers. That's them sitting right there. Alright, well, this is kind of weird and odd. AI is just sitting here, not moving forward because they are in a defensive stance, but I'm also not really causing enough damage to them to pull them forward. That blue horror is chasing me at this point. I'm gonna just fall back over here with my gyros. Okay, there we go. Alright, those blue horrors aren't going to do squat to Thorgrim, but I'm going to pull back just a little. Try and drag them into range of my grudge rakers. Daniel is in range. I'm going to start firing at him, though. Again, we're going to have muted success because of our issues with the trees. I got a grudge raker. Or no, it wasn't a grudge raker. That was the... There's that there. Let's do this ballistics calibration back here. Awesome. All right, the grudge rakers are taking out those horrors. If we have scored a hit on Daniel, he has healed it off. I'm not sure, though, that we've scored a hit. There's so many trees. There we go. We did score a hit. He doesn't appear to have regeneration. Awesome. Okay. Got rid of some of those blue horrors. His army's just moving forward incredibly slow at the moment, which is rather odd, I must add. I am going to hit him with Marked by Ulthar as quick as I can, because that'll make him particularly vulnerable to my grudge raker. Well, actually, no, get back behind there, because I don't want to block my grudge rakers. Back up, back up, back up. Alright, get him. Alright, we got Marked by Ulthar. Oh, he gets absolutely owned. Looks like he made it down into melee only just. Oh, those Furies are going to get it too. They're trying to make a beeline, possibly for my cannons. Yep, they did. So They won't do a ton of damage to my cannons. All right, Daniel has been dealt with. Now we just got to kill these Zangors. I'm going to fall back with my Grudge Rakers instead of letting them get stuck there to fight Zangors. Okay, and I'm going to switch to Grape Shot and murder these blue horrors. All right, this should pretty much be over. Yeah, that's Hammers and the Brotherhood of Grimnir over here on that flank, so they are definitely not getting that. Oh my gosh, look at that. My Grape Shot just one-shotted those blue horrors. I'm gonna pop some of these other guys on the way out. So if we get some death from above over here, maybe. Okay, I'm not really sure how these units are still fighting. There we go, they're done. I was getting ready to say there's really nothing that would keep their morale going here, so I'm not really sure what was going on. Can we get a final shot on those Zangors there? Nope, they just edged out of range right before I could get them. No, one of my guys fired. All right, anyway, I'll see you all back out on the map. Well, a good victory, and that should do it for this episode. We've rebuilt a significant amount of Oath Gold, and we're up closer to 50 Oath Gold per turn now, and that should climb a little more. So that is a nice go-get there for us on that turn. We've built up some treasury from all these wins as well. I'm actually gonna just... Oh. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just kill these guys and then see if we can get back into our own territory. Yeah, I'm gonna auto-resolve that. We should get just a little bit more cash off of them. Nothing significant, but every little chunk here helps. And then we need to get back further into our own territory. And then we can come ward off Wolfric. So we've done a good job. We killed many enemies in this vicinity, and that, again, may help with something, for instance, like helping Castalton function better. But I don't know, he may have already gotten his butt kicked over there too. But either way, I think we're in a better position, and this is a good place to end the episode. We need to pick a new adventure, by the way. I guess we'll just go down the list here, potentially. What does this one do? It says Flaming Bombs, Ammunition for Spirit of Grungni, and Thunderbarge units now. Yeah, we're doing this one. Like, surely. Oh, man, Flame Cannons? Muster of Malevolence? Huh. That sounds kind of fun. Organ Guns. Anti-Skate. Oh, boy, we get Thunderbarges if we pick this one. Oh boy. 3 Thunderbarges. Yes, we're doing this one. It's going to take a lot of my money to start the adventure, but getting a hold of 3 Thunderbarges is definitely going to be worth it. Anyway, I will see you all next time. HeirofCarthage signing out.